What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Movie Files. Happy Wednesday. At least almost over. We're halfway there at least. And all kinds of excitement. The Chiefs did not win the Super Bowl because, as always, after they play the Niners in the Super Bowl, they get run through by another team. So that's just the way it goes. What's up, little brother Jace? How are you doing tonight?
Well, it's amazing how a Super Bowl can get played if a team actually gets called for the penalties they actually do all year long. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
Chief, what's going on, man? How are you? Rocking the Giants.
Man. How's it going, fellas?
Good. How are you?
Chat, what's up, chat? Feel like I got the Long King Polly joint. With what's my man that died? The dude, man, that died.
You're giving me nothing to work with.
Long King Polly, Ben Stiller, and he had his man was doing a documentary on himself.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he used to be a boy actor or something like that, and so he goes. So Ben Stiller needs him to do the speech at the end. He goes into the Seymour Hoffman. There it is. He goes into the main.
So lost.
The main conference room, and he's getting ready to speak, and he's like, anyways, it was a comedic moment, and I feel like this cold or whatever I'm getting right now it always reminds me of Philip Seymour Hoffman in that room about to give that speech.
It's a lovely story.
Well, clearly y'all didn't see the movie.
No.
Man, it's been so long since I watched that movie. It is certainly not one that I kept in my memory for any posterity after I finished the review and moved on to the next several dozen.
Oh, boy, Jesus.
But the Ross.
Thank you, man. You know what I mean? These two, man, Jesus Christ. I feel like sometimes I'm just talking to gargoyle statues. Well, I didn't like that. Did you remember the funny parts of the movie? There were no funny parts. It wasn't a cinematic movie that I enjoyed, but three billboards outside of somewhere, y'all was clapping for.
You think I saw that?
You did see that. You said you saw it 6 times.
No, sir.
You couldn't get out the theater.
No, sir. James was like, he's got your back.
Thank you. Jamie the man, you know what I mean? Jamie used to box with me, man, but now we're just on that same wavelength. He's like, yo, I'm with you, Chief. I appreciate all those that are with me in the chat, man, the regular folks.
Direct. Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean?
Oh, he's just a common man.
You know what I mean? DJ Cool.
Let me clear my throat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a little bit more for the people outside of a Long King Polly. You saw it out, Chief.
Well, you got to see the scene. If you see the scene, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's hilarious.
Is the Long King Polly one of your favorite comedies?
That scene is hilarious.
See,
would you go back and watch the movie again?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't hate it. I didn't think it was a great movie, but I didn't. I mean, I've seen Ben Stiller at the time was
it better than Fantastic Four? No,
watching paint dry is better than Fantastic Four.
That's not true. You were doing the whole thing when Kerry Washington showed up.
But that's a part in the movie that made the movie interesting for those 3 minutes. The rest of the movie,
he gets to the sequel, Chief.
Oh my God! Listen, man, I'm not available.
The Silver Surfer will be rising.
I'm sure he's gonna look so great.
Now, Silver Surfer is actually awesome. I mean, they did everything right by Silver Surfer in that movie. There's other parts, but Anyway, let's say what's up to everybody here in the chat. Justin Huber, the movie guy. What's up? Happy Wednesday, film fams. Hey, Jeff, Jason, Chief. It snowed again. How is everybody doing tonight? Justin, it was cool. I got up because the snow shut everything down. So I got up and saw my neighbors on either side had shoveled their driveways, shoveled the sidewalk, so mine was looking weird. The only one with snow there. Excuse me. So I kind of felt a little guilted about I need to go out there and do it too. Not a lot to shovel in terms of this, it was easily pushed. Now it's raining, messing up the snow. And since I'm fighting off the last bit of the same cold that apparently Chief has, I didn't go do anything fun in the snow outside of being an adult and shoveling it. So, hopefully there'll be some more tomorrow when I can actually make use of it. Maybe a snowball fight. It's actually a good snowball
I
fight.
thought it was supposed to be raining.
Hopefully there's some left.
Chief is very upset with that. He's like, what?
Was
Bro.
He even turned his mic off upset.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. You guys know I got to go out in the snow, and yet you pray for more snow for me. This is what I'm
I
talking
pray
about.
for more snow for you.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping there's more snow tomorrow.
I meant snow in terms of still some left.
There's not going to be none left, Jeff. It's gone, and it's hopefully none come back. We're done.
Actually, there's some more supposed to come next week or so. So stay tuned, Chief. It's all good. Howdy, partners. What's up, Snake Eyes? Blake Tarpley wants to know, what's up, Jeff, Jace, Chief? Hey, movie followers. What killed the dinosaurs?
Absolutely nothing. They're always coming back.
King Lighter says the king is in the building. What's up, y'all?
Let's go to
Ayo. All right, Blake, I'm starring your 5 worst comic book movies. I wrote down a wide list of them. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. But I do want to make sure I put this up. Chiefs, the 5 worst are Fantastic Four, Fantastic Four, Fantastic Four, Fantastic Four, and Fantastic Four. And they've only done 3 movies so far. Kelly Cox is here. Greetings from the frigid north. How is it up in the north?
Winter is coming.
Jalen Parks, ladies and gentlemen, the dream team is in the house. So would that make you Ewing, Chief? Oh my God.
I thought he was talking about basketball somewhere else. I was like, okay. I didn't know he meant us. with that team, what's that day? The year the U.S. lost. Took that second place finish.
That's it.
As long as you're at the team before, is that the team that Kobe had to say, all right, I'm winning this gold medal. Get out of my way. Redeem team, yeah.
The other guys.
Snow glare.
We're about to do the an office pop.
That's a good pop. Maybe Roadworks pop. Mark A. What's up? Hey guys, how's it going? Not sure if you're doing birthday shout outs. Why not? But a very special happy birthday to Mrs. Mark A, aka Cheryl.
Happy birthday, Cheryl. Happy birthday.
If you're listening in the background while Mark's playing this.
Enjoy yourself.
Oh man. See, anytime anybody mentions 8 Mile, I'm like, I should pop that in. It's not a short movie, but it really is worth the pain. Watching everything else, watching them just harass poor Rabbit, and he just eviscerates them. It's just amazing. Love that. My man Ruben Fuffa. Wifey gets smashed by the scuba instructor. Now that's a great topic. Bad movie, but a memorable scene.
Huh. I might be different, but
I'll write that down. LMF. Bad movie, great scene. Let's see. You keep up with him. You're in the know. Will Chuck /North / secret mystery codename be arriving with us tonight? Chief? Oh gosh, this mic thing.
Oh, you asking me if Chuck is coming?
The worst. The absolute worst. When
Well,
did you discover this remote control button on your mic?
well, what's happening is my 2 dogs have decided that they didn't get all their energy out. So my dog came in and then tried to leave the room, and then my other dog wouldn't let her, and now they're just going at it at the door like 2 wild dogs.
Gosh.
So I've been muting it out while they get the rest of the energy out before they start snoring and waking up the whole house. But I talked to him, man. He said he went to Popeyes and got the spicy chicken, 3 breasts, 3 wings, 3 thighs. I mean, let me tell you something. That boy loves that chicken from Popeyes. Every time I talk to him, he's there, man. You know, getting some corn, the red beans and rice.
Gotta get the red beans and rice.
Yeah, and that spicy chicken, man. Shout out to Popeyes, man. Thanks for delivering that chicken. We love it. So,
Hey, did you get him the Popeyes to make sure he wasn't coming on the show?
yeah, I talked to him. He said he got chicken to eat. You can't get between a man and his chicken. That's just right there is just wrong. You know what I mean?
Disrespectful is what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah. When somebody says, "Man, I'm about to eat some chicken," you leave that person alone. You know what it is.
Better
All right,
leave
player.
that boy alone.
You have a good one. Here is she. Hope you fellas are having a great week. So far, it's been pretty good outside of the lost voice and the lost sleep, but it's all good. Blake says Jeff should be able to toggle Chief's mic on her. That would be so much easier. Kelly Cox says with the wind chill is minus 40 Celsius.
Oh gosh, is that Alaska or Canada?
She must be. Yeah, she's what up there, that Maine up in there in the Maine states.
Ooh.
Yeah, I so back in the day, I was walking to a friend's house, and my eyes every time I blinked, my eyes were hurting.
I was going to say that,
and I realized that the wind was freezing the moisture in my eyes. So when I blinked, I would blink up, basically blink the ice chip, turn it back, and that's why my eyes were hurting. Yeah, but that's when New York really used to get really cold. I don't know if it gets that cold anymore.
those harsh farm nights.
I'm surprised I was able to walk to a friend's house from the farm.
Well, I said walk, so walking from one farm to another is about 8 miles.
Wow.
Speaking of 8 miles, I just referenced Lotto the other day when someone at work was clearing their throat like that. Like, James says, I didn't understand a word you said.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
I
easy.
will watch that movie quickly.
Yeah.
Culver's has a good spicy chicken sandwich.
I don't even know what Culver's is.
Oh, I thought we talked about Culver's on here not that long ago.
I'm not where is Culver's? Was it a southern or northern thing?
I've not been there.
Mm-hmm.
James says, Blake, Tank Top screaming, Blake, I don't fit you.
Yeah, that was an excellent movie, man.
It was. I feel like that's one of my favorite. You wait for it and it comes through so hard.
Sometimes musicians really put on a good movie, man. Purple Rain.
Yep.
Right to see.
That would be a good topic.
Which one?
Best movies, artist movies.
Best artist movie or best performance by a musician in a movie?
Yeah, whatever, however you want to phrase it.
I'll do that. Performance. Because I got to work in New Jack City in there. Any excuse to do that.
I was going to say, Bohemian Rhapsody was good too for that.
I see a little silhouette of a man. That's that Wayne's World, man.
Oh, I thought you were doing Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie.
Well, that was Bohemian Rhapsody, wasn't it? From the movie?
Yes, from the movie Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, but okay.
You understand what I'm saying, yeah?
I do.
Okay. He's not a cinephile. He didn't actually watch the movie.
I did not watch the movie.
Oh my god,
sucker! It's good. The dirty rice and mashed potatoes with gravy are quite good too. Dirty rice.
Is that at Culver's or is that you talking about Popeyes? Oh, Canada. Good Lord. Good Lord.
I said when he said negative 40, I was like, yeah, that's usually up north Canada.
There was I definitely find that that at home job. I'm not coming outside, man. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll take this job remote, thank you.
Right. When you see me in summertime and I first peek my head out from the window, I'm all bushy and beard looking. Okay, is it good out here yet? It's no way. It's no way. You got to respect that though. I didn't see Elvis either. I didn't see the Kiss movie. Although I do love a Gene Simmons. Well, Shannon Tweed.
You like her movies? I
said Gene Simmons. I meant Shannon Tweed.
Like, the tongue action you're looking for. Where is this Culver's? Is this fast food or sit down?
Hey, let's do a fly out to Culver's. Not this weekend, next weekend.
Yeah, and then we're all gonna be disappointed. This, wow. All right, let's try it. The Culver's.
No, I don't want.
Chicken tenders look better than the burgers. They have butter burgers, apparently.
Butter
burgers-
burger.
Wisconsin. That's why I'm like, I know this.
Where is it?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
So I was like, wait a minute, I know this.
Shannon Tweed.
Hot Dog, the movie.
You know what I mean?
It's both. Okay, thanks. All right, so Culver's is good if I want to make a day trip. So I guess they don't have them in Miami too.
Because I've been hearing about Culver's. And you know what I've been hearing about? A place called Bucky's.
Snowglare, we talking about
Wait a
Shannon?
minute, they actually got one in Georgetown.
Culver's?
Bucky's?
They got Culver's in Georgetown.
Oh, I don't never. I've never seen one in Georgetown. But what street?
What's this thing? It says Georgetown, Texas. A little different.
Well,
I don't think we're gonna make that one.
That's a little bit different. Shannon Tweed,
Oh,
Queen
yeah.
of Skinamax.
Mm-hmm.
Shannon Tweed.
Ow! All right. Anyway, moving on from Shannon Tweed, queen of all things Skinamax. Let's break down some of the news before we get into our topic for the week. Coleman Domingo is making the rounds for his Oscar-nominated performance, which Chief has raved about in Sing Sing. And during one of these interviews, he was asked about the rumors of his appearing in the MCU, possibly replacing Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror. And Coleman said, hey, listen, I did have a meeting with Marvel. They did want me to fill in as Kang, but I decided I wanted to do my own thing. And that's cool. And, you know, hey, yeah, sure, respect that and all. But geez, Kang's a great villain. And Kang being turfed out by ants and Ant-Man and the Wasp and a bunch of aliens still doesn't sit well with me. And I want Kang to get some form of redemption. Jonathan Majors was excellent in that movie. So maybe he'd be one that we could put in there right away for that good scenes, great moments in a bad movie. And Quantumania was just it wasn't, I don't know if it's not my favorite MCU film. It's definitely the weakest of the three Ant-Man films. But they've had some stinkers lately, so it just the bottom keeps expanding. And remind me about What If in a second. But I just kind of I feel like there's not a plethora of great characters for someone who is as talented as Coleman Domingo. And because it's like they've run through a bunch of he'd be great playing this character. Unless maybe they decided let's jump way ahead and let's introduce Bishop in our X-Men movies. He'd be a pretty cool Bishop. Bishop? Yeah. And yeah, but I don't know. I feel like Kang would have been really good and he could have just done what Don Cheadle did. Oh, this guy was doing the role? Well, I'll step in and make it my own and have a bunch of stuff, including a crappy TV show based on a poor decision. But I think he could have done well with it. What do you think?
It would. I think what the big thing would be how many movies. If this was, he had these meetings before they switched to Doom's War, whatever it is. If that was, if it was before Doomsday, and they asked him like, hey, we can continue going with the role of Kang. We have 3 movies planned at least. That would make sense. Like, hey, you can make the role your own. But if it's, hey, it's just a quick cameo, 1 or 2 movies, I think I understand it. Like, yeah, he's did the role majority, and it's not, I don't have much legs to go with on this. But if it was hey, you're going to be, probably in 5 or 6 movies, that would have been and that to me is probably what happened. He's like, it probably said 1 or 2 movies. He's like, yeah, that's not worth my time. I got 10 other movies I can make. But if it's decent, I'll do it.
Chief, did you in fact see Sing Sing? Your mic's already on. It's already on.
A glare is not an actual response.
I feel like that is the responance.
I feel like
what I mean? I feel like that is
a rhetorical question. Jace, did you see Sing Sing?
Can they did not want to make actual movies for us to go in the theaters see, so I chose not to see Oscar movies this year.
Gotcha. So to that point, I mean, it's like, great, do all these smaller scale movies, get paid. So, I mean, we always talk about athletes, hey, take this, sign this big contract, you'll have generational wealth. Maybe a Marvel movie is not generational wealth, but it sure would let you eat a lot better and live a lot better. And I feel like as a star of a Marvel film, as a bad guy, he would get paid more than he's gotten paid for anything else. And especially if it's like, hey, we want you to be the star of Kang Dynasty and whatever that was that they were going to do with Kang beforehand. I think he'd have been straight. He could have done Lifetime movies and been great. He'd have been fine afterwards. So just for that, I kind of feel like it was, well, I mean, I'm not going to tell him what to do, but I really would have loved to have seen him be Kang, especially since they needed to restore Kang's luster anyway. Yeah. And it'd have been cool to see him in that role.
Because you think Kate Blanchett says, I can make great movies, but I also like paychecks.
But Kate Blanchett has the cachet from doing a bunch of stuff. She's done Lord of the Rings. She's won multiple Oscars. But what's cool about her, she's like, whatever, I'll do a Borderlands movie. It wasn't great. She was good in it, but she didn't have to care because she's done the high-profile, cinephile accepted quality movie, and she can have a little fun playing Hela, and she can vamp it up with her knife hair. But yeah, it's just,
who is it? Desmond, the guy. I'm gonna say it because I don't know how to say his last name. The black dude from Constantine.
Harold Perrineau?
No, Desmond. No, it's Damon.
Are you talking about the TV show
version? Oh, no. Okay, I can tell. From Guardians, he was one of the Ravagers.
Wow.
He was like one of the lead Ravagers. He was with
black guy.
All right,
hold on. Which Constantine? The TV show or the movie one?
Movie.
All right. Let's see. Oh, Jamon Honsu.
Okay. So he said for years he'd been getting screwed on his money.
Yes.
Thanks. He said for years I getting screwed on money. I was never getting the money I deserved. And I'm thinking, if you do a movie like a Kang, you are going to get that movie. You're going to get residuals that you would not see from any other kind of movie. And it's not just that funny. It's that residual that you may have, like I said, it might not be generational wealth, but that paycheck's coming once a month when you're on TBS. So
TNT, don't forget them. I think you just missed the U, but yeah, he's solid. And he was in the Quiet Place, the last two Quiet Place films, and the last one was really good. Oops. Jamley says their reason Coleman Domingo couldn't play a different character. No, I mean, maybe they're talking to him about playing a different character. Who would you like to see him play? I said Bishop. He's the first one that kind of came to mind because they've surprisingly done most of the high profile black characters besides Bishop. Because there's not that many, so it's easy. But yeah, I'm just like, who else could they do?
What about Magneto?
He's really good, and he can play whatever. And if they wanted to do something where it's like, hey, let's make it more contemporary and not Holocaust survivors, they could do the, black people in America thing and civil rights movement. He'd still be old now, but maybe it's playing out differently in the multiverse universe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But who would you like to see him play? I'm serious on that. Kelly Cox says, I like Kate in the movie A House with a clock in his walls. Man. Did I see that one? I've seen her in more things than I thought, but she's solid.
Yeah, she's really good in Benjamin Buttons. So.
She's great in that. She was good in Blue Jasmine, another movie that Chief raved about.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not going to talk about the movie because, like Chief said, the snow is a devil, and the snow stopped Jason and I from going to see Captain America: Brave New World. Right now, apparently on Rotten Tomatoes, it has a rotten score. I have not read anything. Do not spoil anything for anybody. But people are saying it's okay. It's all right. And if you're under that, that take of, I have superhero fatigue. I have dramatic World War II movie fatigue. I have musical fatigue. I also have movies that take themselves too seriously fatigue. I have biopics that wildly change the backstory of the character or the real life figure fatigue. I don't have superhero fatigue. So I don't know. I think the movie's supposed to make around 190 million this weekend. It'll be interesting how bad weather plays out and all that good stuff. Justice heard it was meh. I mean, I'd settle for just good.
Is the action good? Does it move the story along? I think that's the those are the big things for me. Is do you get to another Avengers and go from there?
Thank you for not spoiling it, my friend. I do appreciate you. All right. Jalen says Dr. Voodoo, Ben Foster, Deathlock. You know, he's got a great voice where I think in Walking Dead, he really plays that character up where he's got that sinister. I almost felt like different characters, but I kind of like seeing black guys actually showing their skin tone, not starting their skin. That sounded weird. But I think he would make for a really interesting Mephisto because he's got that conniving, oh, I'm going to sell you on this thing that you're going to love. You could sell your soul to me. He's got that kind of voice where it makes you sound everything. So yeah, I'll do it. And but I don't want to see him in red face because
I was gonna say the black dude is the devil, kind of problematic.
Okay, let's not do that either.
Yeah, let's not.
Let's avoid it. Blue Marvel.
That's cool.
It is, but I think he makes for such a better villain.
Yeah. I mean, because I'm watching Fear the Walking Dead, and his character is still the most interesting thing in there.
By far. Yeah. By far. What season are you on?
I'm on season 2. This is where I'm almost at the point I jumped off when they killed Travis and Chris or whatever. I'm just like, hey, I thought
that was season 3.
Oh, I got to wow. Oh no, I got to season 2 when they got off the boat. I'm like, seriously? This makes no damn sense. like y'all trying to act like this makes sense, but it makes no sense. Like, just say the boat was too expensive. It got scuttled. Just go with that.
They should have used the entire season budget on a big fight on the boat to explain why these morons would get rid of the one thing that would keep them alive in a zombie apocalypse. We never need to leave unless we need to go on shore to get some gas. Come on, man. That was.
If you watched, was it Dawn of the Dead? They had a boat. They were cool. Like, we'll get off for food. We're not getting off for just random reasons. Like,
exactly. Michael Solis says, I also hate movies when all the black representation is the bad guy villain. Yeah. True. But Jay-Z told me we're past kneeling. So I think we're almost past the point where black guys can play the bad guys again. I don't have a problem with it so long as the bad guy is not cliche, street, thug character. Like a nuanced one like Strand on Walking Dead is really cool to me. I think it's cool when black actors can play all kinds of roles, good, bad guys, whatever. I just think his voice makes for such a cool bad guy. But I could see him playing Bishop because he's got that commanding voice that would be I just survived an apocalypse in the future. You X-Men are all gonna die. Like, I could see him doing that, no problem. And maybe they could do something different with his hair. But yeah. All right. So that's that. Chief, what are you thinking? Oop, the dogs are still out. Still loose.
No. What am I thinking?
Yeah. What's your deal on that?
I don't really have an opinion on that, man. I'm listening to y'all. You know, I didn't even know who Coleman Domingo was at first. I had to look him up. So if he was Kang, he's Kang. If he's not, he's not. As far as anybody else goes, man, I don't know, man. We need to start seeing some good movies. Period. I don't really care who they are, what they're doing. I think we were just seeing just a bad product, black, white, or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, So I just like look, better put a better product on it. I don't care who's the front man of that product. But yeah, I don't, you know me, man. I don't really get into the character. I don't know the actors like that. I don't know. Their inner. Oh yeah, I saw him this, and I saw his range here, and I think if you apply this range, and he could do this, I'm not going to do that.
All right, common man.
And you guys are.
He's a real common man.
You know what I mean? I'm just like, oh yeah. So
walk
you guys
tall with his hand.
Yeah, I think that's more you guys. Oh yeah, he was able in the range, and I really did believe that what he said he was, and I know he'll be perfect. I'm just a simple man. You know what I mean? I'm just a simple man.
People's champ. I think that might be disputed. Snow glare.
People's brow.
Look at the people.
People's brow. Why would you say that, Chief?
The people's champ, man. You got to give
Chief
the people's
get
brow.
all that. Come on, just a poor sharecropper.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm just here for you all, man. I'm not a politician like these two. I'm just here for you all.
Politician.
I come to battle. I come to bat for you all. The chat. I don't. You know what I mean? We're just common. We're just common out here, man. We're just trying to survive. At this point, we're just pirates. We're just trying to survive, man.
You know how this humble pirate is sitting here with his fancy light up mic that he turns on and off with a touch. I'm just like you people.
I'm just like you guys.
Yeah. I've seen other old con men in my life.
Compton swap meet.
He was. I liked him as Kingpin. I thought he got a bad rap because he looked like the character in the comic books. Like, oh, I'm gonna fight this dude.
That was a good choice, man, because he actually looks strong.
Right.
Other than this Kingpin and Daredevil, I mean, my man looked just kind of fat. You know what I mean? Even though when you read about the Kingpin, he looks big like that because he's got overdeveloped muscles.
I don't know. I just want him to be Kingpin, Chief. I don't really care what he looks like. I just want him to be good.
Well, yeah. Well, look, man, you can at least look like the character, though. I mean,
but really, do we the people care about that kind of stuff?
Yeah, the people do care about that.
I feel like the people just want a good movie. They want to be entertained. They want to, after they worked hard at the sweatshop,
they do.
For a boss who's like, you work hard, and next year I'll buy another. They just want something to entertain.
I can relate to that.
They don't need somebody to look like the character. They just need it to be good.
They do need it to be good.
Jeff, we will reference Chief's statement on Supergirl to counteract all of that he just said in the last 5 seconds.
Come on, man. Come on. Don't do that.
He was a very good Kingpin. And Jalen asked, would Mr. Sinister be weird as a black dude, white skin still? And you know what? He would be an awesome, because it's all about the voice for Mr. Sinister. And he has a sinister sounding voice when he wants to. I mean, he can be like that cool, heroic dude. But I think his wheelhouse is so much more that character who's like, come closer. I won't bite. Yeah. I think he'd make for a pretty cool Mr. Sinister. Anyway, so we got that. Candyman was black. And nobody worried about that with him. Chief, I'm sure you've never in a moment watched Bridgerton. Is this correct?
Who?
Bridgerton.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No. I was out sick that day.
I'm sure you were.
Hold on, there was a rumor that Javier Bardem is up for Mr. Sinister.
I could see him playing Mr. Sinister too. He's got, what was his character's name in Skyfall? He could do that just fine.
Yeah.
So Jeff, are you excited to see Peter Dinklage as a Toxic Avenger? No, Jamelin, as a representative of the people, I don't care. I'm here to see a good movie. He just swings the mop in a toxic fashion. That's all I need to see.
Again, speaking as somebody who watched that on USA back as a kid, it's not really highbrow cinema, so I think we're okay.
I do think that's kind of an interesting choice, because are we going to say that the toxic mutations are responsible for his height?
Whoa. That wouldn't be very representative of people.
So
No.
Okay. Even though that would seem like an obvious question. I'm gonna get into since Chief does not know people. What about Bryan Cranston as Sinister? I don't see him as Sinister. That's Breaking Bad, Chief. In case you don't know Bryan.
I know. Yep. Yep.
I still think
Just
he
making sure.
He can be a cool Professor X.
I can see him being Professor X more.
Or a meth dealer.
Done that one before.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was like, for whatever reason, I got that dude play an excellent meth dealer.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Maybe a dad to a 70-year-old kid.
Great range.
Yeah.
Maybe the middle kid.
Yeah.
Tim Whately? Who's that? Don't know. Justin, who's that? And who would Tim Whately play? Mr. Sinister? So I have, like I said, I've been homesick for the last few days, and I decided to use my time, in some cases, quite poorly. I'm super. Bring it up a little bit more.
He's Tim Whately from Seinfeld. It's Bryan Cranston.
Okay. Thank you. Wow. So I've caught up on a decent number of my shows that I was watching. I went through and at least watched one or two of some of them, and it's a whole bunch. Watched some Skeleton Crew, watched some Superman and Lois. I watched Penguin. I should have just kept watching Penguin.
I'm sorry.
Penguin's been awesome. How would you say?
I'm giving you a Pelosi on that one.
I mean, I needed to. I knew that, but I needed it as a palate cleanse from all the rest of this stuff I've been watching. And I watched What If.
Ooh. I thought you said palate cleanse.
That's why I needed to, because What If is awful. I am going to beat this series. I'm going to finish it. I'm going to watch these last few episodes, but they are making it so hard. So the last episode I watched two of that. And I watched What If the Red Guardians Stop the Winter Soldier. And I guess I understood the point of that, because it was like, hey, we've got them in Thunderbolts asterisks, and stay tuned for them. I feel like they make Red Guardian too much of a clown. He's like their version of Captain America. I don't know why they chose the most buffoonish dude they could find to be this propaganda character for Mother Russia. Really weird. I don't understand that. He shouldn't be such a doofus.
He wasn't in the first part of the movie. He wasn't buffoonish. I mean, he kind of stumbles into that later on, but in the 70s, 80s, he's not that guy.
He's
a spy in the 80s. It's
yeah, and they do him so dirty in that show and the trailers that I've seen, especially the big game spot for Thunderbolts. I'm like, gosh, that's gonna be rough. Jamelin, you're right, my friend. I am such a big one. Kelly Cox, I had such high hopes for What If because I love the comic. It should have been better. I could not watch one episode of season 3. I think you made the right call. So that one was, but at least I was like, okay, this one is decent. It's got Bucky, it's got Red Guardian. So the two Russian super spies, whatever, we're gonna see them in Thunderbolts. And they had Lawrence Fishburne back as Black Goliath, who we're never gonna see in live action. So that was cool. And then the park ranger who was with them, played by America Ferrera, that was all solid. And I felt like they went a little bit too comedic, but it was kind of like hey, here's all the dominoes that would have fallen if Tony's parents didn't get killed. They didn't go that route, which I felt was a mistake, because that could have affected the Avengers in totality. So that's one of those things where they had the fork in the road. And it's like, oh, you guys took the wrong road. This could have been so much better, but it was whatever. But the next episode was What If Howard the Duck got hitched? And I have tried so hard to get through this episode. I pressed play on that thing 3 times because the first 15 minutes, like, this is so stupid. Whoever asked for this? And I went through another 5 minutes, like, nah, for real. I'm going to sleep. And then I went to sleep mad because like this was such a stupid concept. So many better ideas. And they knew it was a bad episode because they've got Chris Hemsworth, Tom Hiddleston, Samuel L. Jackson, Clark Gregg, Josh Brolin, which means Thanos shows up in this episode. And it's just insane. They bring in all the worst villains. They bring in Malekith, Casillas from Doctor Strange. They got the Grandmaster showing up. They even bring in Zeus from Thor Love and Thunder, a movie you will hear again later on tonight. And it was like, what are y'all doing? Because Howard the Duck and Darcy got married and she hatched an egg or gave birth to an egg. Oh man, such an awful episode. The worst. I mean, I can excuse the dumb Agatha episode because at least they're trying to get Agatha over. Why are they doing anything for Howard the Duck?
Well, the thing is, Howard the Duck has been around since the first Guardians movie.
Yeah.
And they've always kind of tried to throw him in as much as they can. Because remember, he was in the What If, Thor is a party boy. And that's what starts the him and Darcy angle, which is once again one of those. What if this supposed to be one episode? It's not, oh, remember this from episode 5 of season 1. It's one and done. I didn't like the DC what ifs, basically where they were, hey, what if everybody from that universe was killing everybody? Like, I thought that was stupid, but
Elseworlds.
Oh, yeah, their version of what if, yeah, Elseworld. But when you announced the titles, it was not watching a minute. Justin, we were everybody was like, not gonna be me. Yep.
Yeah, I'm determined to finish this because I started with the first episode. I've reviewed every episode and I don't know why I'm continuing, but I'm so close that I just got to see it through all the way. There's only 4 more episodes, and my guy Mike said the last one's good, so that's all I'm trying to make it through at this point. I've got 3 more to go before that one, but whew, it's been rough. Gee,
did you learn your lesson from The Flash?
No.
Okay.
Well, I just had to keep watching the Flash because it was ridiculous. Chief, I remember when we were talking about Marvel characters that you wanted to see in movies and TV shows more, and you not mentioning Howard the Duck and Darcy.
I only know who one of those people is. I don't even know who Darcy is. I know who Howard the Duck is. And
Darcy is Kat Dennings' character from Thor, the Thor films.
Oh, she hangs with Howard the Duck in some alternate universe?
Yeah, they were doing the Howard the Duck, the movie thing. You know, that one that everybody loves? Starring Leah Thompson.
Are they serious? Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm sadly serious.
Hold on. Is it going to be Darcy, or is it going to be somebody else?
So they did a what if episode, the cartoon, and they had Howard the Duck and Darcy hooking up, and
When you say hooking up,
hooking up.
Friends?
No, hooking up. They get married in Vegas, and she gets pregnant, and she delivers a literal egg, and the whole episode is all these powerhouses in the Marvel universe trying to get this egg of some unlimited power. And Samuel Jackson's Nick Fury has the scrolls just in case you were like, oh, maybe this is the good version of S.H.I.E.L.D. Nope, it's the stupid Secret Invasion version. So it's all bad. Terrible episode. And if you haven't watched it, please don't ever.
It sounds crazy, man. I wanted you to stop.
I wanted you to stop too. Because it was too much.
Yeah, I can't.
That's what it felt like.
Did you finish the episode?
I finished that episode, and then I went to another show because I was like, all right, let's spin it again. Let's go to another show. This is terrible. Snowglare says Chief is not down with Darcy getting done.
I'm not. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, this just sounds crazy, man.
Did you not watch the Howard the Duck live action movie back in the 80s?
Bro, that was going to be brought up. That is my number one. I hated
All
that.
right. Well, all right.
I
I'll hold
hated
on.
that.
I'll hold on
And
till later then. All right.
and and
Hold
and
up. Yeah. Talk. We'll give you that spotlight because I want to hear your.
I don't want the spotlight. I don't even want that spotlight.
Chief, your man kept watching, and he's gonna go back for more.
Yeah. He talking about he went to sleep. He got into bed.
No. I paused it. I went back the next day to keep watching. That's the real problem.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Give me the key code, Howard.
Right. Hey man, I don't even understand that. So I don't know what's going on, man. I don't even know why anybody what sick bastard would even think about that. Like, who wrote that episode and was like, we're gonna do a what if, and this is what it's gonna be. Like, where is your mind at? Someone arrest that man. You know what I mean? Like, sir, we need to check your house out. You know what I mean? And then you find like he's raising ducks in the basement. You know what I mean? They'll never see the light.
Crazy cat.
They'll never see water. So yeah, something's going on, man. Something's going on.
Let's see. David Thanos asked thoughts on Superman and Lois. So I'm still rolling along. That's the other one alongside Penguin where I need to get a good episode in. So I'm almost at the home stretch of Penguin and almost at the home stretch of Superman and Lois. The last one I watched, they were doing this. Lex is really not a bad guy. See, here's all the things that happen. I don't care. I want Lex Luthor to be a vicious, cruel, evil dude. I don't need, daddy beat me and that's why I'm like, no, I don't need that. There's some bad guys, just leave them bad. They're just, because in the real world, there are people who are just awful people and we don't need some explanation. Well, this is the reason why they're bad guys. Nope, they're just tools. And Lex Luthor is a tool who thinks he's better than everybody else and has a lot of money. So, as difficult as that is to imagine in the real world, there are people like that. And Lex Luthor just needs to be like that, a reflection of the real world. And nothing more.
When you say you're watching Penguin, do you mean like these episodes are for the first time?
Yes.
Yeah, it's because I'm reviewing them, Chief. And it's like sometimes I'm watching movies and I just have to keep flowing through. It's hilarious.
Wait, hold on.
If we're gonna go that route
quickly,
what'd you say?
Is it a point of the review supposed to come out in a timely fashion?
I'm really doing it for me at this point.
Okay, you're just gonna write a review for yourself. That's the type of stuff that I'm talking about when I say these guys. Let me write a review that only I'm gonna read at this point. It's for me. And then you're gonna do a 200-page review and then just
people look at the reviews. They're still reading flash reviews on the site. So it's just,
you late, brother.
I'm not trying to be early.
Obviously.
Yeah.
We can't even talk about it. Me and Jason looking like, can we mention it yet? No. Can we mention it yet? No.
Speaking of mentions, how did you like Daredevil season 3?
I'm getting through 2.
See, that was a whole week ago. It's not that many episodes.
At least I'm trying. I got the Penguin.
Okay. At least he actually is making a conscious effort
before
March when the actual new show comes up. He made
exactly.
I'm not giving Chief a participation trophy for this.
Jace.
The show is years old.
Thank you.
Years old.
Thank you.
Multiple. No.
Thank you.
Taking your ribbon and throwing it on the floor, Chief.
Don't throw my ribbon on the floor, sir, please. Jace, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you because sometimes your brother gets a little wild.
It's that water. Skeleton Crew is a lot better when you binge it. I haven't watched a bad episode yet. I know some people don't like it, but it's been fine. Everyone I've been watching. Jalen, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man was right there, but no, you clicked on What If. I think what I'm gonna do with that is just, and I didn't.
Does that come out weekly?
I don't know. I guess so.
Oh yeah, that's we'll pick that up when it's actually all done.
Probably the people who did BoJack Horseman. Exactly, David Thanos. Kelly Clarkson still love Clancy Brown as Lex Luthor. Exactly.
I mean, animated, that's the best portrayal of Lex.
Oh, word.
Oh man, David Thanos bringing super heat, super fire. I tip my hat to you, sir. Let's see. Justin says CW never understood Superman. That's why I don't care for the show Smallville. Smallville, I think, is just a different thing. You have to, it's like Gotham and some other shows where if you understand you're not getting what you think the show should be, you can enjoy it for what it is. And Smallville is not about Clark Kent becoming Superman. It's just him learning things with his friends and pals while he's in Smallville. There's a reason why they don't call it Metropolis. And it's a CW drama with superhero elements. And I think it's fine for that. They do have some really cool seasons. Some of the Lana stuff is annoying because she's annoying as a character. But later on, they have some really good seasons. And if you watch the earlier stuff, I think the show really gets better once Lois shows up. And
like
wacky coincidence.
The first 5 seasons could probably be called Smallville, and season 6 through 10 should basically be called Metropolis. I mean, when you once Green Arrow comes in there, it's a whole different show.
Yeah, it's a better show.
Yeah, I mean,
did you watch Smallville, Chief?
Say again?
Did you watch Smallville?
I did watch Smallville. I think once Pete left, it got better.
No, not Pete Ross, the boss.
Something about Pete didn't sit right with me, man.
Because they didn't have anything for Pete to do, and he very much sounded like a third wheel.
Token. So once
I
Pete
read that
left,
he was a DI hire.
right?
Yeah.
Once Pete left, I was like, okay, that's bad. Get Pete up out of here. What are we gonna do now, Clark? What are we gonna do now, Chloe? What are we gonna do now, Lana?
But okay,
give him something. Give him something.
Ross in the comic book also written like that.
Hey man, I had to get away from that, man. Get on out of here, Pete.
Again, and the funny thing is, Pete is actually replaced in essence by Lois, and once again, Lois is like, "No, you can give me that. I'll take it. I'll run with all of this stuff and make it better."
Special shout out to Chloe.
We're shouting out Chloe. We just talked about Lois.
I'm just saying. Anytime I mention Smallville, I'm just saying special shout out to Chloe.
Yeah, you have that Chloe thing, but I'm like, Lois is right there on that same show.
Special shout out to Chloe.
Wow. Wow. Okay. You just gone controversial. Now you said a lot of controversial takes. Green Lantern being one, Fantastic Four being trash, another one, but Chloe over Lois. Sir, you're incorrect.
Not incorrect.
Absolutely. We should do a poll. Oh, Jamie, because you're a common man, just like Chief. Nah, Jeff, you don't get it. I don't. And Jamelin's on the shout outs. Hashtag shout out to Chloe crew as well.
Shout out to Chloe.
Jace, where do you stand on this? You're awfully quiet over there.
I'm sorry. This isn't even an actual conversation.
Shout out to Chloe.
I know one episode that Chloe did not do that should automatically keep you a Lois fan. But whatever. Michael Solis says shout out to Chloe and her call.
But still a shout out to Chloe. However it comes, still a shout out to Chloe.
Come here, Lana. You'll be safe. You'll be one of us. Okay, thank you. David Thanos, shout out to Lana.
I hope you never taste another tasty burger in your life, Thanos. How every burger that you eat tastes like dirt.
Justin, the movie guy says Lois is better. Indeed.
Y'all
watch Veronica Mars? Listen, we're not talking about old girl. We're not talking about what's her last name? Why can I not think of it right now?
Kristen Bell.
Bell, yes, I knew it was Kristen. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, there's Veronica Mars over Chloe, big time.
Okay, but that's Kristen Bell. We was talking about.
That's not Kristen Dunst.
We was talking about Lana. Lana had too much fight. She was too aggressive. You know what I mean?
She was too lame.
Lana was just too feisty in that joint.
Lana was the most annoying character.
Not Lana. Lois. Lois was too feisty.
That's how she should actually be like, hey, yes, I'm a human, but I'm actually standing toe to toe with this dude.
Is that what you like? Is that what you like?
Lois, Lana. Oh my gosh!
Is that what you like? Is that what you like? You like? Yeah. You know what? Y'all can have her. See, I appreciate that nobody, because that leaves that Chloe for me, on me alone to gaze upon. Keep her.
Gaze upon. Now you're a poet, common man.
Yeah, you can have Eric endurance
common man.
and her feistiness and her not listening to you. Eric, I think we should stay home tonight. Absolutely not. What we're gonna do? Get here. Take your clothes. Get dressed. We're going out, and I want to go here. You know, hey Chloe, I think we should stay in. You know what, babe? I think you're right. Let's just stay in. You want to order pizza? That's how Chloe was.
That show.
That's how you need to rewatch. Chloe was a sweetheart.
She was actually dating Green Arrow, and that was not her role.
She was a sweetheart.
Shout out to Blake Lively.
Oh,
shout out to Carol Ferris.
Shout out, Carol.
I know the lack of shout out to Amy Adams here, and gosh, what's Kate Bosworth? Worse though.
Oh, you are correct, sure. There will be no shout outs.
Shout out to her. It's close to them. What'd you say?
You said Amy Smart. Where was she in?
Amy Smart was not in either of those.
Right.
Huh.
I said Kate Bosworth, and who's the other one that I just mentioned from? Yeah. Oh, Amy Adams.
Oh, okay.
Kate Bosworth was Thanos' favorite. He told me that on the gram last week. He was like, "Man, I love Kate Bosworth." I said, "Really? From Superman Returns?" He was like, "Yes." I said, "Good God Almighty!" And I'm eating a burger. I said, "You eating a burger? How's it taste?" Like dirt. I said, "Yes, yes, eat that dirt burger." I
feel like that was a dirty comment. Like, oh, he reached out to me on Instagram to talk about his love of Kate Bosworth.
Kate Bosworth.
My eyes stink eye too.
Right.
She's the worst on all the levels of Lois Lane. I mean, the worst.
She didn't. I mean, I think what really made it bad about her character, they didn't even keep her with Margot Kidder energy. They just tried to make her. They were just, yeah, you had a baby. Sucks to be you, Superman. My bad. Yeah.
I'm not only going to drink it, I'm also going to put the lotion on. It puts on the lotion. Yes, it does. When I wake up in that hole, it puts on the lotion. Yes, I'm putting on the lotion. It puts on the lotion, Chloe. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Speaking of holes, I don't know how we got into this one. The Chief Snap dirt burgers for all the unbelievers. I guess so. Come with the snap right at you. What else?
I don't put on lotion for Diddy. You know what I mean? But to see the fact that you thought about that lets me know further about you, Thanos.
It's not lotion. Let's see here. I don't know if I can find the rails to get back on, but I'm going to give it a shot. So, Jace, I know you're very excited about this Harry Potter series coming up. John Lithgow is set to play Dumbledore, apparently. That's the news you shared with me. What do you think? You excited about this news? Yeah or no?
I think that's a good casting choice. I mean, I think he can. I think when I saw that, I was like, okay, like if you're going to do a good Dumbledore, I think John Lithgow I think John Lithgow has the range to play a good Dumbledore.
There you go. Chief doesn't know who John Lithgow is, so it's just.
I do know John Lithgow.
What? How?
John Lithgow is a great actor.
Do you think he'd play a good Dumbledore on a TV show?
No, absolutely not. But so do the because I got I'm a Harry Potter guy. I got my wands over here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Avacadabra and everything in the house.
Are you saying abracadabra or Avada Kedavra?
Avada, that's what I meant to say. Avada Kedavra.
I was wondering what that spell was accomplishing.
I'm waving my joints. No wonder it never worked. Everybody always walked away. But tonight they won.
Okay.
But this is a flashback to Harry again, right?
This is
It's like
redoing the
whole
books.
thing all over.
Yeah.
again.
So this is their movies or this is a TV show though right now.
It's a TV show based on the books that
But
were also
where?
made in the movies.
What platform?
I'm sure Max.
Max.
Okay. Yeah. I can't wait, man. I loved the original. If a TV show allows them to get really into the characters more than the movies did, it's gonna be it's gonna be a well thought of series.
Jace, is each season supposed to be a book or however long they need to tell the story?
I'd probably go with each season's each book should be a season because that
Really?
will roughly. Let's say so.
I remember Raising Game.
I'm trying to think.
Or is it a situation where just let it run as long as you need to, and maybe one book is 2 seasons, one's 3,
No, because like the first season when he's actually first getting there, that could drag out way too long. You almost need to get to the first book is the probably weakest of it, so you probably need that's the season. The second one probably about a season, and then the third one that's when you start putting some more meat on the bones.
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah, like that. Those books, there's always a lot left out because I always think the Harry and Ginny don't make sense at all in the movie, but when you read the books, he actually spends a whole lot of time with the Weasleys, and it makes sense that he's actually crushing on her. And Ron and Hermione don't perfectly make sense until you see he's been doing all the stuff to crush her. Like, hey, I'm actually interested in you. And you don't see that in the movie. So, and then Deathly Hallows.
Don't like 9 and 7/8, wasn't it? But was it 3
Huh?
times? I thought it was 9 and 7/8. Was it
platform 9 3/4?
9 3/4? Okay.
So nobody's getting on the platform. Snowglare says that will ever get anything more faithful than the movies. I mean, they should if they spend the time on a TV show.
Here, the thing is, I'm watching. What is this? I've been watching the Dune series, and I haven't read the new books, but I'm like, okay, if you have 13 hours to tell a book, you have a lot to deal with. You're probably gonna put some new stuff in there, or kind of, hey, this didn't really work out, so we're gonna flesh it out a little more, add some depth to it. Yeah, I got some hope for it.
The movies had so much potential. Are you saying that like you were disappointed with the movies? Ryan, I enjoyed Harry Potter books until literally the very end. The epilogue to the last book was so dumb to me. You like that too, Jace?
I did, because I would have been annoyed to just say, hey, we're just done. We're just rolling out, beats Voldemort, and that's it. Give me 20 years. That's where, hey, he's a dad. Draco's no reformed. He's not a Death Eater. Like, put a little bow on things. It's good.
I like the first 2 movies or books. Interesting, because those are the weakest of the movies to me. I think they're
just finding their acting range too, kind of.
Yeah,
they didn't get kind of decent until like after the first 2. They were kind of stiff in what it was. I think none of them were actors before, so
they were cast because they looked like the character. They were like, we have actors like Alan Rickman and Michael Gambon. Gambon wasn't.
Richard Harris.
Like, we have them doing the heavy work. You guys just look the characters, read the lines, we'll be fine.
Robbie Coltrane. Gosh,
Robbie's still alive?
I think he's dead now.
Yeah.
Damn.
Shout out to Dad, who doesn't know if celebrities are alive or dead. He's always killing off celebrities. He is what caused the death. He died in 2022, 72 years old. So he is no longer with us. What's up, Lefty? How we doing? David Thanos says Lithgow is a great movie villain. Cliffhanger, Ricochet.
Yeah.
Why should you get hit by the ricochet? All right. Deathly Hallows was very dark, but great. Was.
Oh yeah.
Let's get into this. Oh boy. I think I took a screenshot of this. I had to say my dummy of the week for something else, but let me make sure that I did in fact do this because, gosh, let's see here. Oh, terrific! I did not. So Jace, we got this Masters of the Universe movie coming, whether we like it or not. I did take a screenshot. Awesome. But first, they've got a bunch of people who are gonna get cast in this movie. You sent off the full deal to me. We got Nicholas Galtazine from Purple Hearts, Red, White, and Royal Blue, The Idea of You, Camila Mendez from Riverdale. Let's see here. We've also got Marina Baccarin from Gotham and Firefly as the sorceress. Johannes Hakur Johansson is Fisto. James Purfoy, who was in Wanted, if I'm remembering correctly, and Charlotte Riley have been cast as King Randor and Queen Marlena. And let's see. We've also got
Allison Brie is Evelyn.
Right. And Johannes Hakur Johansson, he has a really nice beard. Let me see if I can pull this up here better so y'all can see. Because he actually looks, like they're not going to have to put too much work to make him look like Fisto, which is good. Let's go on and pull this thing up here. There we go. So here we go. So I think he looks the part, yeah. Got a dyed red. We can't have a brown brunette Fisto. But anytime we get Marina in anything, I'm down for it. And that guy looks like he would play Fisto.
They're putting some actors in, so.
Mm-hmm. And Jim wants to know how no one done Tim Hunter in the Books of Magic yet. Ha! They'd have to go that far into DC stuff. There's no character development after graduation. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Okay.
Oh boy, says Justin. Leave He-Man alone. They should have never brought back the cartoon. What? Whoa, you don't like which He-Man cartoons are you talking about? Because
the Netflix ones are
they've
good.
done some really good stuff with that. Why am I not finding?
What are you looking
for?
Are you sending the one I sent you?
Yes, I'm trying. I just need to send that picture so I can post that up here. There you go. Okay. I have it. I just need to save it and then send it to myself so I can then, because I've got, darn it. Okay. This ridiculous synopsis of this movie, which has me so scared and so worried that this is going to be a train wreck of immensely epic proportions. I think, all things considered, this cast is actually pretty good, though. And white man with beard, yep, Fisto. But it's the quality of the beard, Jamelin. It's not just that he's got some prim and proper one. It's not like some tight Aramis from Three Musketeers type beard. He's got the full woolly mammoth style. All right, let's see here. I think I can now pull up that picture because this picture is everything gets revealed here. Chief, so far, are you excited about this Masters of the Universe movie?
No.
Is that a no, sir? No way. It's going to be amazing. And if you doubt it, here you go. Take a look at this cast. I think the cast so far, if this is correct, is solid. So here's He-Man there. Dude looks like He-Man. He's got the hair for it. He's got the
square head
jawline. Right. He looks like it. Jared Leto, Skeletor. Okay, maybe. That shout out to
come on, man. Jared Leto's like 100 pounds.
What'd you say?
It's like 100 pounds. Skeletor is a skull face, but the dude's ripped.
Yeah. That's going to be a problem.
We're going to have to cloak him up a bit.
Well, okay. Well,
here's Tila, and she's actually got red hair in the photo that I saw. Allison Brie rocking a blue tank top here.
I like that. I like that for Evil Lynn.
Yeah.
I would say, Camille said she's starting to work out now. So it's like, okay.
She's not in bad shape anyway, so she can pull out Tila. And Idris Elba, Man at Arms.
No.
See, it's just because you don't like black people in movies.
I don't.
Is a boy, I don't know this actor. He's gonna be playing Trapjaw. He's gonna have a lot of CGI work done, clearly. And that's our guy. He's King Randor. He's in Wanted.
Okay.
That's
He
Triclops.
did something else where he was something, and I can't think of it.
He's in Resident Evil. The first one.
Oh yeah.
He also did something where he was a king or something. Was that Knight's? What was that? Knight's Tale? Was that him?
I don't think
Might
he's
have been.
in that one. And she's gonna be playing Marlena, so they look old enough to be his parents. And here's Sorceress, and yes, so cast looks solid.
Mhm.
But now it's that time.
Oh God. Here's synopsis time.
I like how you spent everyone doing that. No good, Leto, no chance. I love Alison Brie, so the movie has my attention, but I need to see more to get excited for it. Well, Ryan, I've got you covered. It's time for the synopsis of this movie. Chief, are you ready? All right, here you go. Now, this is the rumored synopsis. 10-year-old Prince Adam, who crashed to Earth in a spaceship and was separated from his magical power sword, the only link to his home on Eternia. After tracking it down almost 2 decades later, Prince Adam is whisked back across space to defend his home planet against the evil forces of Skeletor. But to defeat such a powerful villain, Prince Adam will first need to uncover the mysteries of his past and become He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Okay, so what do you think?
Okay, how much time are we jumping?
Go
We're not
nuts.
spending any time in Earth other than saying, just hey, Prince Adam's here, and now we're in.
Okay, well, let me go. There's another rumor of what this is going to be like. According to a recent rumor from Daniel Rickman, the movie will introduce Adam as a regular guy in the real world, working a boring office job. Apparently, the whole He-Man and the Masters of the Universe stories are tales he heard as a little kid.
That makes no. Oh God. Okay.
But he's going to actually find the power sword
You
and
mean
then go back to
I can
Eternia.
go home on your spaceship?
With you lost me at Crash Lands on Earth.
Like, I mean, okay, and He-Man wasn't destined. Adam wasn't destined to be He-Man. He kind of stumbled into it, right?
Nice tale. Okay. I mean, it depends on the mythology.
Yes, he wasn't a nice tale. Yeah.
Thank you. Cast means nothing with some movies unless it's Jared Leto. Then it's usually a bad thing. Wow. CW He-Man. No. I got a problem with one cast member. Any guesses? Is that Jared Leto?
What's the dude? Stringer Bell.
What is it about Man at Arms that he can't be played by Idris Elba?
I just don't want Idris Elba to be Man at Arms.
Hater. By the power of Grayskull. That sounds bad. Darth Vader, end of episode 3. No.
I mean, because unfortunately, with that second synopsis, that's 20 to 30 minutes of establishing him as a regular guy. And out of a 2-hour-long movie, that's way too valuable a time. With you see all this cast, hey, we're going to waste all their potential because we're going to introduce his boss in here who's a real jerk to him. And he really wants to he just wants to be a good old millennial. And he's just, it's life's so hard for him. And then, I mean, is he going to get ripped when he becomes He-Man, or is he just going to be like, Clark Kent slouching over, and then all of a sudden, I'm He-Man, I'm standing up? Like, come on. They're
going to put they're going to put a muscle suit on him.
If you have a budget, I mean, the funny thing is, Tyler Hoechlin has a muscle suit on, plays Superman, but he still plays a good Superman, so it's not a big issue. Unfortunately, He-Man is a dude who's got his shirt off most of the time, and that's going to be a problem.
They're not going to have him with a shirt off, though. They'll put a Lululemon outfit on him.
I like how you say a Lululemon. He's got a sports hoodie on.
You know what I mean? It sounds stupid, man. And that's what I'm saying. So that's why when I saw Idris Elba, I knew it was going off the rails.
What's going off the rails because of Idris Elba? All right, listen. Look, here's a shot of them. Here's a shot of them.
Okay.
So that's He-Man. He's got the hairstyle. That's Tila. I mean, the dude looks big as a regular dude to play He-Man. He looks like he could handle it. Now that guy, the big one in the middle, he's playing Goat Man.
That's the mountain.
Yeah, it's the mountain. He's playing Goat Man, not Beast Man for whatever reason.
Don't understand who, man?
Goat Man.
Goat Man?
Goat Man, not Beast Man.
Because we can't use Beast Man, we're going to call him Goat Man.
I don't know.
Bro, Goat Man?
You lost him completely now. It's over.
Goat Man.
Hold on. Now there are several man characters in the Masters of the Universe mythology. There's no reason. I mean, we had
The Goat.
Lizard Man. We had Lizard Man. I mean, it's not like that's something outrageous.
The Goat Man.
Maybe they couldn't figure out a way to make a dude in an orange.
Okay.
Just think about that in terms of someone to fear. You know, hey man, you offended the Goat Man today. He's coming over your house. You'd be like, oh yeah, give him my address. Because the Goat Man doesn't strike fear in anyone's heart. You throw some hay out on the front lawn, a little bit of grass out there. Right. What you gonna do, Goat Man? You want to fight me or you want to eat? And I've never known any goat not to eat. They take goats and they take them to cemeteries and they put them in a pen out in the cemetery and they let the goats just eat throughout the night. And then once they come in the morning, everything is cut down low and they move them to another section. You know why? Because goats eat. Goats aren't scary. Goat Man is stupid. And furthermore, Tila is supposed to be Man-at-Arms' daughter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you saying?
It doesn't fit. And so as soon as I saw him, I knew we was on a road to whatever we was going. You know what I mean? And the road wasn't good. It's like driving a Jamaican road and you ain't got no shocks because you're gonna hit a pothole and it's gonna hurt when you're on the little bus. Listen, man. Hey, see? But I'm not going to those potholes. See?
Maybe it's Beastman. They did not use Beastman because it was a legal issue that they couldn't trademark it.
So Beastman was legal, but He-Man wasn't.
There's already been a movie with Beastman. Let's just say that. And Goatman is the best they can come up with.
Bro. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is let me tell you something, man. Whenever you get a movie that strays from the original by a mile, you already know where we're headed. It's gonna be dumb as hell. Highlander 2 strayed from the original by a mile. Stupid as hell. This thing here is gonna be dumb as hell. Jared Leto is 100 pounds soaking wet, dumb as hell. We're Goat Man, and you should have known though not to bring it to me when you had a character named Goat Man. You should have never showed that picture, and you should have never told me there was a character named Goat Man. 100% no, I won't see it. I hate it already. And if I could, and if I had the power, I would cancel it right now, right here as we speak. Hello, He-Man is off.
Maybe you need to get a power sword where you can have the power, Chief.
I do, because Goat Man is crazy. I can't even all the things you could have named the dude. Shark Man. Lion Man, Bear Man. Goat. The goat
exactly.
is
goat. Exactly. Of all the problems you might have with this movie, that's not it.
The goat.
The goat. Maybe it's gonna be the goat of fantasy films.
I hope you know what? Go see it. I want you two to go see it the opening night.
I'm
not opening
night, but I'll put it on the calendar.
Yeah. Enjoy yourself. He's shuttled to Earth. Yeah. Oh yeah, not Etheria. Okay.
Again, if you saw the original He-Man movie, the problem is we're on Earth. Eternia part, okay, good. Earth, bad. As soon as you go down that rabbit hole again, it's you're creating the same problems. I don't see why when they're pitching scripts around like, hey, let's bring it to Earth, let's make it more relatable. Why? Like,
yeah. See, Daly's not feeling it.
Ryan says, "What's the problem? We all know the best part of the first Masters of the Universe movies was Duncan and Tila eating barbecue ribs."
Yo, man.
Devin B says, "Now I had to see this movie just to find out how to handle the Goat Man."
Yeah, only way to the best part about a goat is in your goat roti.
It always
Earth
is.
is the problem with most movies, honestly. True.
I mean, think if they had done the Guardians of the Galaxy and they spent more than 20 minutes of Peter's life in Earth. I mean, come on.
Cool.
Yeah,
That was why the first thing he did was get him out of there.
Yeah, man.
No.
Look, listen, man. I'm sorry. That triggered me. Goat. The goat.
Clearly.
Because it's just so stupid. It's just so stupid.
And you don't have to wait long for this one. June 5th, 2026. Coming for you.
Oh, 2026? Okay, well, yeah. I'm gonna be on a lot of flights this year. Planes aren't landing anymore. So I may not see 2026, man. Planes are not landing.
You gotta make sure that you're available to see Fantastic Four and Superman.
Okay, Jeff, let's be honest. How are you going to make a costume for a goat man?
You could do all kinds of stuff for a goat man costume.
An intimidating goat man?
Let me just look up goat man.
They had a ram man. They had a ram man.
Yeah, exactly. Very little characters. Man.
He could have been Ram Man. The goat man.
Mistakes are made already. It's yeah.
What is that noise? It sounds like 100,000 little hooves running towards us. And it's just goats just coming over the ridge. Little tiny goats.
Yeah.
Here's an image just from a very quick, hey, what's up with Goat Man? There you go. That's how Goat Man could look in your movie. And throw on, a harness, a sword scabbard, maybe some whips or something, some detachable horns that he can use as knives.
I want to pet that goat. Can I pet that goat? Can I pet that goat? See, that's the problem, man. I just want to pet that goat.
Skirmo. Chief. Wow.
What did I do? What I do, Lefty? What I do? What did I do? What did I do? I didn't do nothing, man.
I didn't do nothing. An astronaut from Earth. They got Buck Rogers to Eternia. They wanted an Earth connection. Why not use
Aaron Gray?
Yeah, I would have made perfect.
Shout out.
He looks like the devil. I mean, it would be scary looking. Ryan.
I mean, the thing is, he's going to be the most intimidating thing because Jared Leto is still Skeletor. So that's going to be a big fight right there.
You know what Jared Leto did? He made the best Joker.
Wait.
Right. So I'm sure his Skeletor would be just as great.
All right, let's get on to our main topic for the evening. Last week we talked about some pretty terrible comic book movies, and I was like, you know what we need to do? We need to talk about the worst comic book movies, and we'll limit it to 5. There are lots of contenders. I'm going to tell you what movie is not on my list that I saw a lot of people had on theirs was Catwoman. Catwoman's not making my cut. There's some far worse films. Catwoman gets a pass.
That would be also using our earlier topic. Great scenes, bad movies.
In the lore, didn't Beastman have a tribal name or something? Use something from the lore mini comics. Lefty, I mean, too much sense. Sense. All right, let's get into it. So, Chief, why don't we keep it running around? Why don't you tell us your first of your 5 all-time worst comic book movies?
Oh, well, I already named my guy Howard the Duck. Good old Howard the Duck. I remember as a child, a young chief sitting watching this movie and thinking to myself, what the hell is this? And I remember saying, I can't even say hell out loud, but in my head, I was like, what the hell is this? It was garbage. And we sat there, and I remember my father at one point in time looked over at me and was like just gave me this look of disgust because he knew he was there to entertain me with the movie. And he had brought me to this, and now he was suckered into it. And I understood I said, man, this man hates me right now. I didn't even want to see this thing. Yeah. This thing, bro, awful movie. Awful movie. My father hated me for going.
Filthy.
Yeah.
I think I watched the movie boy. I know I watched the movie boiler once.
Absolutely.
Once. That's all you got. I mean, I had no choice, man. I couldn't say, Pops,
I
let's
watched
get
that
out of
movie
here.
several times. Apparently, I'm not sophisticated enough to know I wasn't supposed to like it. Little duck business going on there. See, Chief, that's all the inspiration for that film, or for that What If episode.
All right, bro.
Wasn't that written by George Lucas? I believe he was involved in it. I don't remember if he wrote it.
Yeah.
Poor Leah Thompson. Yes, Kelly. Conan and Destroyer. Actually, I didn't mind Destroyer so much. Barbarian, I didn't remember.
Which one was which? I get them confused. Who had Earl Jones?
The first one, the Barbarian.
Okay.
The Barbarian Destroyer probably has Wilt Chamberlain.
It does. He was more formidable an opponent for Conan, and he was doing some shady stuff despite being 7 foot tall. And it's nice seeing like your muscular hero actually dwarfed by somebody like Wilt, who is muscular in his own right, where it's like, all right, they had Grace Jones in it. I liked it more. I like how Jeff is trying to justify the What If episode. I have to do something because it made zero sense. Even the Goldbergs poke fun at that film. Goldberg. Yeah, I mean, I like the movie. I know it's not popular. I don't have it in my collection, so I guess I liked it only so much. But yeah, that's a strong choice, Chief. Let's go with my first one. I'm going to try not to take away from you all. So I'm going to go with Wolverine Origin. Just an abomination of a comic book movie. And the only good thing about it is it allowed Ryan Reynolds to poke some major fun at it later on with his treatment of how they did Deadpool ridiculously dirty. It was such a odd choice for a movie. Will.i.am and Whitney was some choices definitely were made in that one. In case you forgot this amazing piece of cinema, Taylor Hirsch, John Carter playing Gambit. Will.i.am who is he in this one?
Rando.
He was who?
A Rando. They made up his character, I thought.
Yeah, and I think he's actually. I think he's a real mutant in it. Then we have Sabretooth, Lee Schreiber. I'm like, okay.
Was this the one where he was living in the mountains with the girl who tricked him?
I believe so. Yeah. And then there's Deadpool. You might not recognize him, but he's there to the almost far right. And I'm pretty sure that's Cyclops there because we have him in the movie for whatever reason. Solid pick. Even that image is terrible. It is. Like Hugh Jackman is like bulletproof because this dude survived this movie and still got to make more Wolverine movies. That's a testament to his star power because that is awful. None of those people in that image are even in the same room. Yes, I did like Leave. I like Leave too. He's Sabretooth, so he needed a little bit more of that imposing presence. The guy who played Sabretooth in the first X-Men film and in later on, he was solid. So it was a tough one to kind of mash up that visual with Leave. So that's my first one. Jace, what's yours?
I'm a Stan and the Wolverine family. Logan. That movie sucked.
Wait, that's a cinema movie.
Oh gosh, I mean trying to act like that was the greatest comic book movie ever was offensive on every level to comic book people. It's like this movie sucked. I mean, and didn't help that we were watching that in the 4D seats, getting thrown around, and just thinking, oh, it's funny because Deadpool showed we can make a rated R movie, so we're just gonna have Professor X curse the whole movie. It's gonna be fun. No, it sucked.
Ryan said it was great. Actually,
it's wrong.
Ryan says you're wrong.
He's wrong. That movie's wrong.
Ray, that was Will.i.am's character. That one I won't watch the longest. Is there a way to mute Jace for the rest of this episode?
Oh my gosh. I mean, again, I understand. Oh, it's supposed to be a Western. It's like
it is. I do. Now you're unmuted.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Hey, you're back. Asking for a friend. Oh, not you. Gotcha. That wasn't Jamlin's request. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Logan either. It's just, I don't know. It was a little too bleak and depressing. And I felt like at that point in the comic book movies, that's all they were doing. Give Jace the X from Hollywood Squares. All right, Chief, what's next for you?
I'm gonna go with Steel.
Oh, Shaq Diesel didn't like that choice.
That was not a great movie. And I don't even. Yeah, I didn't enjoy any part of that movie. I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure why Shaq was in it. I'm not even sure why they made it.
Oh, come on.
He's the big dude, Shaq. He gets to wear the Superman
tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, cut. Super cut.
I'm not disagreeing with you on that. It was not good. And I think the problem was they didn't realize they needed some things to actually do it properly. And because it's like, yeah, like having the Superman S shield as part of his outfit. And here's a look at that movie because it's not great.
Look at him.
Oh,
yeah, he's wearing chainmail.
And he's cross-eyed in the shot.
Crazy. What'd you say?
He's cross-eyed. The one eye is looking towards the other.
Like Alex says, I had that one white for my brain. Thanks, dude.
My brag, bro. I mean, we doing bad comic book movies. So let me reacquaint your brain with how bad this was.
Shameless says, you know it's bad when it doesn't register in your mind as a comic book movie. This nose there says, now remember Kazam.
Ooh.
Also bad, but Chief, Shaquille O'Neal still rhymes.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah, awful. It wasn't a great choice. Next up for me, and I refuse to take a choice from you all. I did mention I was going to say it later on. So here it is, Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh, yeah.
This movie's bad. It might it's bad. It might be my least favorite of the MCU films simply because it doesn't need to be stupid and bad. It's like one of the first films they do after Endgame, and Thor had such a great arc in Infinity War and in Endgame. So to turn him immediately into a moron for the sake of comedy that did not work this time just felt like such a tremendous step back for him as a character. And they're just doing dumb stuff. And then they bring, oh boy, the Rock dude whose name I'm forgetting intentionally as the narrator. It's just so stupid all around. They wasted Christian Bale because Christian Bale's character, Gore the God Butcher, could have been awesome. And it's just so stupid. The whole, oh, my hammer's mad at me because I'm spending too much time fawning over Jane Thor. She's so amazing because she's now a Thor too. Just awful. And Jane as Thor is a cool storyline in the comic books. Gore the God Butcher is a cool character in the comic books. But that was definitely a case where they needed a new director who would do that story justice and not make it a comedy. Because, you know, not to say, oh, we got to stay bleak like Endgame or Infinity War. But I think if you're going to do any story involving Jane Thor, who's dying of cancer, and Gore the God Butcher, it doesn't need to be a zany, wacky comedy with brain goats the entire time. Jeff picked my choice. Love and Thunder was bad. It was awful, Justin. Korg, thank you, Kelly.
Yeah.
I mean, bad. Exactly. Jalen, you guys got Love and Thunder's punishment for overhyping Ragnarok. See, that's what you get. The same thing was, I think the first
Ragnarok was fantastic.
Yeah, I think the problem was the first two Thor films did what they needed to do, but they weren't especially fun. Like Iron Man was fun. Iron Man 2 was also fun. But I think the problem was Thor shined better when he was with the Avengers in any of his own movies until Ragnarok. And they teamed him up with Hulk and Loki and Valkyrie, and it worked. Now there's some stuff where it's like, why did the Warriors 3 get killed the way they did? That sucked. But there's a lot of stuff in it that was fun. And it's just like, oh, cool. We get to see another side of Chris Hemsworth. He's not so serious. He's playing Thor a different way. And it worked. But they didn't need to do that again, especially with all the trauma that he endured right afterwards. And it just felt like, why are we doing this? It's so stupid. But yeah, I see what you're saying on that one. Ryan, Ant-Man Quantumania might be my least favorite MCU movie. It's not good when I think to myself, gee, I wish Bill Murray wasn't in that movie. Yeah, that felt like a lazy cameo too. That was mine. Jace, what's yours?
Man, I got a couple of these. I'm gonna go with one that's actually in my collection, Suicide Squad. Belly Dancer of Death was such a
poorly CGI animated belly dancing of death.
Because if you would, I know The Rock had Black Adam on lock, but Black Adam versus the Suicide Squad would have made a good choice. But I don't remember her name. Was it Elektra or something?
Enchantress.
Who's actually a character, but much more interesting. And was it Cara Davenport who played her? It was like, I get you want to get a different audience in to watch this movie, but no, just the folks that want to see the model lady is an actress, and she wasn't even the worst part. It was the actual story. It was just that movie trying to get over a Suicide Squad that soon after Justice League. I'm sorry, no, that wasn't even Justice League. That was after Batman, Superman, Dawn of Justice, which it was like, hey, this is your follow-up movie. If you're trying to build this universe, the next people you need to have is Justice League, not the Suicide Squad. And Will Smith isn't really convincing you as a bad guy either. So yeah.
Well, ask Chris Rock. I think he might say something different. I actually like the character interplay. I thought that was good. I like Rick Flag. I thought Will Smith was fine. Margot Robbie, of course, stole the show in that film. And
Captain Boomerang.
He was all right. I feel like they didn't do him justice. He's better, and they didn't really play up him being a tool, and they needed to. Mm-hmm. Like the worst thing he does is get Slipknot killed, but he's so much more obnoxious in Suicide Squad in the comic books, where he's just kind of like the eighth wheel in that movie. But yeah. Let's see. Bloodshot was terrible. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Jameless says Ragnarok was fun, but it was not a good standalone film. It was all in jokes, and a lot of people were acting like it was the best comic film ever. The studio took the wrong message from its success. Yeah, they were just like, do what you did before all over again. I think that's one where the lightning only needed to strike once, because you can't do it again. And you could bring that energy. You could have had him go over him. Gosh, why am I blanking on a boy's name?
Remember, there was a point you brought the Guardians with him. So you could have technically done a movie that had Thor and the Guardians getting into an adventure. And then you bring in Zeus and your cameo of Hercules at the end. But you didn't need you needed an act. That was one time Warner Brothers Slash and Bass editors could have really we don't need ghosts. It's costing us money. We're not doing that.
That's interesting. Taiki Waititi is the director. I think if he moved over from Ragnarok to say Ant-Man, he could have made a really fun Ant-Man movie. And as I always say, Quantumania is a better Thor story than Ant-Man, because he could have fought Kang and been like, yo, Avengers, we got this new threat. He might be as bad as Thanos. Having Ant-Man beat him, not good. But Thor beating him is like, all right, well, it took Thor to beat this guy, but he's still worried. So we got to get the whole team together. But let's see. There's some good quotes in here. Comments. Don't get me wrong. I always say Ragnarok was a great episode of the Marvel movie series, but just not something you can see by itself first if you hadn't seen the previous Marvel movies. Absolutely. And it's definitely like a nice change of pace after the first, especially Thor: The Dark World. But yeah, it fits in great because it's like right around the time of the Guardian films. And then you go in Infinity War and it's like, oh man. And then it's great because it's fun. And then Infinity War is so serious. Then you just don't need to go back to a joke right after. Let There Be Carnage was awful.
Ooh.
Kelly Hawks, this is on my list of soundtrack, was better than the movie. Ryan Daly says, I think Will Smith should have played Rick Flag. Joel Kinnaman should have been Deadshot. I really like that idea. I think that would have worked.
And
really well.
Because Rick Flag is actually the leader, so it would have worked a whole lot better.
Yes.
Is Rick Flag the actual, like, hey, you guys are following me? Would have worked a lot better.
And Kinnaman does have a lot of that sleazy kind of, I'll do what I want to do. I'm a lone wolf kind of character energy. And Will Smith can be all up front in the camera as a leader anyway. Yeah. David Thanos, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Henry G, I begged my father to take me to see Howard the Duck. I didn't see him for 20 years after that. Now I know why. Thanks, Chief, for helping me understand my childhood trauma.
I got you, bro. I got you. You don't ever want your father to look at you like that. You know what I mean?
I'm out of here.
And I don't think my father ever came. That's why I don't think our relationship was ever good after that. You know what I mean? He stopped coming to see me. I think after that he went out for some milk. I don't remember seeing him again. So Howard the Duck, thank you.
All right, what's next for you, Chief?
Supergirl. Helen Slater. Faye Dunaway. I don't, even now when I think about it, I'm like, what? What the hell was this? I remember, I mean, it didn't even, I remember she got sent to the Phantom Zone and they was like, oh, Zod and everybody's over on the other side. And I was thinking to myself, they would be running over to kill a Kryptonian. It was a stupid movie. I don't know why it was made. It didn't even have a. Even, I think maybe even a Superman appearance might have.
It really would have helped.
You know what I mean? Like if Christopher Reeves had just showed up, even if he had did like 5 minutes in the movie, like, hey, shorty, let me show you something. There was none. It didn't even make sense. It was magical. It was stupid.
It was one of the most boring things you will ever watch. I mean, if you ever want to listen, Helen Slater actually like you have to listen to her talk about the movie. She's like, I thought it was going to be this, and they literally gave me the most boring script ever. It was not especially, and I think it's after Superman 2. So I think the financiers of Superman 2 get on this, like, what? I mean, I remember as a kid, this is like, come on. Like, I wanted to see a Supergirl fight anything. No, she's smelling the flowers. Like,
oh. Bad juju, bro. It was bad juju. That movie's just bad. It's just bad.
I remember seeing that poster and going, oh, this is going to be fun. It's like the Superman movies. And it was not. A lot of Extraordinary Gentlemen talk. I didn't think the movie was that bad either. I thought they didn't play up the different traits of the characters as well as they could have. I definitely like the villain in the movie, the big reveal. I thought that was cool. But yeah, it's not quite the same as the comic book. Henry G's, I'm with you, Jamelin. David Thanos, Green Hornet, Seth Rogen, James Franco would agree with you too. Let's see. Next up for me, Elektra. Elektra's bad. And I will continue to defend the Ben Affleck, Jennifer Garner, Colin Farrell, Michael Clark Duncan Daredevil film because it's not that bad. Again, it's before 2005, so there are no rules for comic book movies. They just do whatever, have a rockin' early 2000s soundtrack, have some fight scenes, call it a day. It's very formulaic, but it's fine. And, there's some dumb scenes, but, a lot of those comic book movies back then had dumb scenes. The good ones survived because they didn't really have a lot of dumb scenes. But Elektra, they were so intent on like, hey, we're going to make this spinoff before they even got any news of Daredevil's box office success. And they were like, Jennifer Garner's going to do this. It's going to be amazing. And it wasn't. It was really bad. And Jennifer Garner was poorly cast as Elektra. And she never should have been in that role in the first place. she was not quite. I know she got her thing from Alias, but she just didn't really pull off Elektra at all. And she wasn't that great in Daredevil. She's fine, but being the lead of her own movie, not at all good. And we get this whole, oh man, George Clooney showing up in Flash. Sorry if I spoiled it. Oh, that's really cool. Same kind of thing with her showing up in Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh, remember when she was really good in Elektra? No, she was fine in Daredevil. But
that's why she was there.
How would you say?
I said that's why she was there in that joint, because the movie sucked.
Yeah.
Everybody who was there, either their movie sucked or they ceased to exist in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
And her cease to exist was because her movie sucked.
It was awful. The random fight in the park.
Oh, bro, don't even get me started, man.
It wasn't great. Like, that's the scene where, like,
we're playing basketball. Oh,
yeah.
ICT Vinny wants to know me which leading lady around 2000 could have played Elektra. I feel like so many others would have been better.
Or how about we didn't make the movie?
Yeah, I mean, like having Elektra in Daredevil makes sense to help. If you wanted to do spinoffs, Elektra is a good idea to make into a spinoff.
Okay, so my very first choice when you mentioned that, and this took zero thought because I was like, oh yeah, her, was Mila Kunis, because I think she could have played Elektra much better. I mean, she looks more, more of how Elektra should look in the comic book, and she's smaller, but if she's doing ninja type stuff, maybe buy it a little bit more. I mean, the early 2000s fight choreography outside of the Blade films wasn't great, but I would have bought her more than Jennifer Garner just because it was really like, this is not a good casting choice, and it just bothered me the whole way through with the movie. So yeah, Mila Kunis is too young. Angelina Jolie, she could have played it. No problem there. Jessica Alba, yeah.
She's probably too young at that point, too.
A lot of energy to burn, too. But yeah, it's sorry. Yeah, it's just Jennifer Garner was not a great. Let me see. Let me do a deeper dive. Early
90s and 2000.
All right, let's see. Maybe I should say. All right, some AI overview. Some of the top actresses of the 2000s include Angelina Jolie, Charlize Theron, Kate Hudson, no, Nicole Kidman, Penelope Cruz, Sandra Bullock, and Kate Winslet.
No.
Well, Penelope Cruz had the accent. That's the girl from the George Young video Blow.
Yeah.
She had the accent. This is Elektra has an accent, right? Supposed to.
Right.
Okay.
Let's see here. Anybody else standing? Let's see. Because I definitely do not want this dumb
Selma Hayek
too far. Yeah. A 14-year-old Megan Fox. Let's see. The original Captain America movie before the MCU. Trash water. Wow. Man, that's when it's really bad. All right, so Elektra is a bad movie. That's my number 3. Jace, what do you got next?
My next one is X-Men Apocalypse.
Well,
the 4 horsemen of absolute trash.
Yeah,
it was complete garbage. And then trying to pigeon. Oh, we need to have Magneto as a horseman. Like, nah, man. Oh, Storm should be. You mean the 2-year-old Storm? No, good luck.
That was bad.
Again. Yeah,
I hated those choices. I had that on my list too.
Yeah,
all right.
I mean,
solid choice. Chief, what's next for you?
Spawn. Spawn was pure, unadulterated garbage. It was.
She said it was such disdain.
Did he go to our midnight movie screening of that?
Bro, that joint is. It reminds me of when my man said, when you go to the men's room and you come out and you tie laces and your laces are wet? Yeah. That's what Spawn is. It's wet restroom laces. You know what I mean? Paulie Walnuts. You can thank for that one. When you walk into a restroom and then you come out and you're like, why are my laces wet? Yeah. That's Spawn.
That's why.
That's Spawn, bro. Your laces are wet for a reason. And that movie is Wet Laces Men's Restroom.
Sir. Classic. It was garbage.
That's right, man. The John Leguizamo monster thing, man. This is awful, man. That movie was awful, bro. And I like Michael J. White. I like John Leguizamo, man. But that movie, man, I don't even know, bro. I don't know what
I
happened.
liked it so much. You butchered his name.
Leguizamo, like John. You know what I mean? Leguizamo, yeah, whatever. You knew who I was. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Oh man.
Yeah.
I feel like that movie
should
not have been made when it was. It is too far. It needed too much to try to make that movie at that point in time. They needed CGI technology and the muscle suits to be so much better than it was. Oh, Demi Moore is Elektra. Catherine Zeta-Jones. Yes, stop there. Catherine Zeta-Jones. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you for continuing the good work of that. Rick Cage, what's up? Jace, don't get started on the X franchise. First Class, not premium doo-doo trash. Really? Didn't like First Class.
Interesting.
Lasagna, yeah, like Gonzamo.
Lefty. I love Spawn, but that movie was unforgivable. Mm-hmm. I did like Michael's Al Simmons, right, Kelly? He was great. Zeta Jones would have been a perfect Elektra. Exactly. She fits in with the time period perfectly, too. So, I don't know. But yeah, she would have been a great Elektra. Next up for me, since you took my choice, and I'm glad I had some backups, I refuse to take yours. And I've got two more that work just fine. Batman and Robin. It's an abomination. It's so bad. And Arnold Schwarzenegger could have been fine as Mr. Freeze, but they were like, let's have all the puns from the old 66 show. Uma Thurman was fine as Poison Ivy. She was actually pretty good. I think she could have been the movie villain all on her own. Vivica A. Fox was really great in that as well, according to Jet Magazine, the star of the movie. Let me see if I can pull that up, because gosh, that was just hilarious.
Everybody freeze.
Man, that Jet Magazine cover is still hilarious.
All right, let's see. Oh, yes. Oh, sometimes the internet comes through. Sometimes. I can get it on eBay. I wonder how much. Anyway. This is, oh man, we've got the lady's address. This is wild. So let's try to avoid looking at her address. But here you go. Here was the Jet Magazine. There you go. Brings sass and intrigue. No, she doesn't. She's in the movie for like 2 minutes. And I'm making it like she is the star of this movie.
She's like a henchwoman, right?
So cool. What do you say?
A henchwoman?
Yeah.
No, it does. I think she gives him his cloak.
Barely in the movie. It's just wild. Yeah. So absolutely. I'm so glad I found that, because I was like, oh, this is cool. And it was awful. Not cool at all.
That just shows you whoever wrote the article never saw the movie.
No, they just want to talk to Vivica A. Fox. That's all it was. Nipple suits. Movie was still fun. Chill out. Is it bad when the director gets death threats? Yes. Snuggler, she was, but you barely noticed it. Henry G, I get Batman and Robin past simply because it was the first time we got the dynamic duo on the big screen, but not doing it justice is an understatement. No, we had them in Batman Forever. Kissed by a Rose. And I really loved his costume in that thing too. Batman and Robin. And it was so much better. Like on that sense. I love the movie poster. It did its thing.
Now, if you mention Seal, all I can see him as is a seal now. Go ahead, man.
I'm so glad I missed that commercial.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
My wife was like, oh, he's a seal. I'm like, yep, don't need a tuner for that. And so here you go. I mean, Val Kilmer's suit's not great, but Chris O'Donnell's Robin suit, pretty solid.
But he's literally, 3 years younger than him?
I've got a bathrobe like that.
Man, they dropped the ball on that one. But yeah. Batgirl, as if Batman and Robin. I'm sorry, so bad. It's good. Maybe we should do a watch along to that one. I'm sure it'll be terrible. That film was so bad. And Batman 66. Whoa. Stop. You're about to be in long form frozen timeout. Whoa. That movie is actually a good one. Jace, I guess this is your you should have one more, right?
This is the last one.
Yeah.
Oh man, and if I got one more, I'm swinging at the last trash one I got. Joker. Because I didn't even watch that last one that I knew was going to be trash. Joker was the one. Oh, it's going to be so good. It's such a good take on a comic book. Joker. Oh my gosh, it's author. See, he's got this stupid little laugh for no reason, and that's where the laugh comes from. La la la. Movie sucked.
Joker the Deuce.
On the steps.
Gosh, it was a deuce before the second deuce came out. Like that thing was horrible. I mean. How are we gonna have Joker years before Batman? Well, we'll have Bruce in behind a gate, and he's an anarchist, and it's gonna make so much not sense.
So much nonsense.
The Deuce.
Yeah. Steve, what is your last one?
I did my 4.
That was one more.
No. You said do 4, right?
No.
I thought you said we're gonna do 4.
I did not. And since Blake will be like, she tried to tell us
84.
All right. Well, my last one then. We just the last one? Okay. All right. Well, then I mean I got a whole bunch written down here.
I'm surprised you don't have this one at the ready. I have it written down just in case you don't, but I feel like every opportunity you get to talk about this movie, you do. It's set in the 80s.
It's lobbed up there, ready for you. Come on.
Set in the 80s.
Yeah.
Maybe.
What you're gonna have to help me out. What is it?
Oh, come on.
Oh, you talking about the Quest for Peace?
No. It's a movie.
Oh, Fantastic Four?
No. It's your 80s movie that you always talk about. Why did they set it in the 80s?
Oh, Wonder Woman 84.
There you go.
Hey, bro, you right about that joint. That joint was pure garbage. And you know what? I didn't even think about that as a garbage movie because I don't even think about that movie.
That's a lie.
Bro, let me tell you something. That movie is out of my mind, man. And that movie was the worst. I was in Georgetown when they were filming it. And they kept they had the old cars going up and down M Street. And I remember looking at it and I was thinking to myself, this movie's gonna suck. And they kept delaying it. It was supposed to come out and then it got delayed. And you know, nothing ever comes good from a delayed movie. I'm gonna be honest. Whenever the movie gets delayed, you know there's problems. And then that thing comes out, that thing is gonna be a stinker. And 84, from the beginning, she basically took another dude who was her dude, but not really her dude, and then lived with this dude for like months, it seemed like. And then I don't know, man. I don't even know where to begin with. Then the weather machine, and then how the hell could all this happen? Everybody see Wonder Woman, and then nobody knows who the hell she is 20 years later. You know what, bro? Yeah, Wonder Woman 84 was bad. And will continue to be bad. And
absolutely.
I don't know why they ruined it when it was such a good movie. The first one was man. The movie was such a good movie. The first one was such a good movie, man. And then they just said, you know what? We'll just throw out anything at this point. And they gave us anything, man. And I ate it. And it did not agree with me. And what?
Lefty.
I'm done, man. I'm done for the night. Let's end this show, man. I don't have any fools of the week.
Or do you?
Yeah. Get up out of here, Lefty.
my last one is the Fantastic Four movie that we're gonna see. It's an abomination. It is so bad. But Jamelin, to answer your question, no one has the spirit on the list. No, and here is why. No way. Absolutely no way. No. No. Yeah. That movie delivered at least on one aspect. The entertainment value is trash. It's awful. But yeah, no. It absolutely can't make the cut as much as it might want to, but it's impossible for that movie to end up there as a total waste of time comic book movie. It's just impossible. You have to imagine this is in higher quality definition, but no, you can't. It's impossible. Spirit may be a war crime.
Gosh,
Not bad. What a waste of Kristen Wiig's character, says Kelly Cox. Snow Glare, Wonder Woman was the best thing DC had going. Tragic. So much internet beef. No G.I. Joe. I don't count it as a comic book because they've never read the comic book based on those movies. They didn't save it. Like 3 good reasons. I actually didn't hate Retaliation. I thought they just needed to commit a little bit more to G.I. Joe. All right, quick. Who are your nominees for Dummies of the Week? Jace, go first.
My dummy of the week is always going to be whoever pays $8 million to go see an ad that's going to get ruined on the internet a week before anyway. So why not just say we're a Super Bowl ad, and then after halftime or after the game's over, see we're a Super Bowl show. You can release our trailer or whatever. But yeah, anybody paid $8 million for that? My dummy of the week.
Let's see. Let's save this for later. David Thanos, dummy of the week. Me for getting greedy on a parlay. Feel you. Mine is forgetting that rooting against Patrick Mahomes to get a Super Bowl automatically meant that I was going to have to endure the foolishness of Philadelphia Eagles fans after they won the Super Bowl, because they were coming on to the Niners fan page boards, be like, hey, we won. Guess what I would not be doing whenever 40 years from now the Niners win another Super Bowl? I'm not going to be going to the Cowboys, Packers, Rams, Lions, Eagles, Chiefs fan pages to go, we won. I don't care. I'm just celebrating my win. Y'all are losers for being like, we won, and let's go to everybody else's fan page. Just enjoy the win. Act like you've been here before. Chief, how about you?
I'm gonna say, man.
Shade.
Oh. Hey, Javelin, huh? And went back the next day to finish it. He slept on it, and it still wasn't enough.
I wish I slept on it.
He woke up the next day like, let me finish it. I'm gonna say, man, the lies that people were saying, people were vibing to that the Kendrick Lamar halftime show. Look, hey, bro, stadium was people at home, maybe. There's people in the stadium was like, you know what I mean? Because really, let's be honest, still only a certain type of person is going to be able to afford a $10,000 ticket for a one sporting event. And those people probably don't listen to Kendrick. And you know what I mean? So you're going to have to start getting people that those people listen to. And then you'll probably see a rocking crowd. You know what I mean? Garth Brooks, someone else, you know what I mean? But Kendrick Lamar, absolutely not, bro. They was in that joint like.
Again, it was the most watched Super Bowl halftime show ever.
That's who told you that? The media? CNN? You know what I mean? CNN ain't allowed in the room no more. You from CNN? Get out of here. Fake news. That's what it is. They wouldn't watch Super Bowl ever. Nobody had nothing to do Sunday. That's probably why. Well, what you gonna do? Ain't nothing on TV. All right, we'll tune in. But nobody was grooving. They was in that joint just, you want another beer, Bob?
Bob.
Hey, two more. Hey, now's the time to use the bathroom. Yeah, I know the lines is crazy. You know what? We'll wait till the third quarter kickoff and then we'll go. Yeah. Chorus, light. Bring them two. $50. 2 beers? Good price. You know.
That's a discount. All right.
Oh, yeah, that's
Brooks performing at the national anthem at the Super Bowl, Chief, just for you.
Garth Brooks, man. There you go.
Matlin,
Papa Love Mama. Great song.
Chris Gaines.
That was a good album, dang it.
You know what I'm saying, man? I don't remember Chris Gaines. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
You don't remember Chris Gaines? That's the
nah, man. I'm just saying,
he did this really cool album where he's like this. He created this. He's like a wrestling storyline. He booked this entire alter ego for himself. It was the songs were awesome. And let's see his. Let me see here. I had to pull it.
The hair, come on! I knew you got that.
I have the album. I love that thing. It's good stuff.
But
yeah, Damon, absolutely. Oops. Here is Chris Gaines. That's Garth Brooks. It's Chris Gaines.
Oh,
he did a cool little R&B style country deal. It was good. Good songs.
I'm glad it was good, man. But that halftime show, bro, they was not into it.
No, we're just past kneeling. We're not past letting Jay-Z pick the halftime show.
You know what I mean? And what better is to let Serena, mother of 2 or 3, crip walk. Like, what are you doing? Why are you out here? What are you crip?
All right, Stephen A.
Is that what he said?
He was meant too happy with her crip walking.
Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing crip walking? What's going on out here, bro?
What's happening?
Again, man, it was again the song of the year. You bring all
song of the year for who?
The Grammy Award-winning song of the year.
Let me tell you something, man. The Grammys, the Oscars, they all, whoever picks them is Bush. Most of them songs they push are Bush. Most of the movies they push are Bush. Just Bush-ass songs, Bush-ass movies, Bush. I swear, man, we got a bunch of people picking, telling you this is great. This song is great. This movie is great. And these songs,
this is not your generation's music anymore.
Bro, it's never been. You think about all the Oscars and everything and all this stuff, everything sucks. It sucks. The movie hasn't even hit the theater and they're like, this movie is going to be an Oscar winner. You're like, what the movie is a month from hitting the theater. How did you know? How did you know? Because the people who saw it, who you don't know, was like, oh, this is going to be great. This is going to be great. Just like the people who picked for the Hall of Fame. We don't know football, but we know sports. Oh, you know sports, do you? Oh, yeah? Who's the most popular on the list? Well, he's in. You know what I mean? Get out of here, man. I hate all of them. I want to just choke everybody, man. For stupid stuff, man. And then that song sucks. It's just got a catchy hook. Hey, Drake. I'm like, dude, you carried the beef into the Super Bowl? Like you 5'5". If you fought Drake straight up, like they put you in a phone booth with Drake, you would be upper belly on Drake. Upper belly. You understand what I'm saying? When somebody says, man, what's your perfect, I told you what a perfect woman be for you. You know what I say? 5'5". That's what I say. I say 5'5". You are a little man. You cannot, you talking all that, you right here, your upper belly. Your upper belly tall. So get out of here, man. That song sucks. The hook is catchy. I don't even like the song. The hook is catchy. People, and now you got this stupid Super Bowl Serena out there. I'm like, what are you doing, shorty? And then the people in the stands are like, and then they're like, oh, it was great. It was great. It was great, man. They were vibing. They were loving it. Get the hell out of here, man. I can't stand this. I can't stand it. You're 5'5". Get out of here, man. I just don't. I don't. That's why I stopped watching the BET Awards. I remember one year I watched the BET Awards, and I was like, and I sat at home and I was like, oh no, what happened? And I stopped watching. I couldn't watch it no more because I felt funny when I walked out the door the next day. Are people watching me? Are they like, is that what he does when they go home? Does he watch the BET Awards? And when you start feeling like that, right? Like, like what's that? The snatching the body session when people walk outside, people like, oh, like no, I'm not watching the BET Awards. I don't watch it. I stopped watching it. Now here we go, bro, with Kendrick Lamar and this Super Bowl stuff. And now you walk outside and people are like, I wonder if he watch. Oh no, I don't watch it. I'm so embarrassed that this dude came on stage and did what he did. I'm so embarrassed that they didn't have anybody. Nobody knew Kendrick. You're not popular outside a certain demographic. Nobody knows you.
What?
Nobody knows Kendrick is popular with certain. Listen, bro. Kendrick is popular with a certain group. Do you know what made Kendrick popular?
Group anybody under the age of 50. Come on,
bro. Nobody under the age of 50, bro. There was people in there under the age of 50 who was sitting there in their seats. You think if Drake had got them performed, you think they would have known the songs? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Chief,
absolutely.
This was not for you.
Huh?
This was not for you.
Damn right it wasn't for me. Because I was at home, like, where's the Coors Light? And pass me one. How much?
$50.
I was like, I already bought them. They're in my house. Don't charge me in my house. Give me one. So now we're drinking Coors Light and we're watching the Super Bowl of Kendrick Lamar dancing around, and the camera is higher than him. They had to lower the camera. Bring it down. There he is. We were standing looking over him. So now we have brought it down. So yeah. So I don't even want to hear it, man. Listen, I'm done. Super Bowl sucked. Kendrick Lamar sucks. Serena Williams, the Crip Walk sucked. You know, the Oscar people who pick Oscars suck. The people who pick songs that win Oscars or awards or whatever the hell they do, they suck. Everybody. So yeah, I'm done. I'm finished.
All right, Chief. Just hold on. We're going home. All right, y'all. I needed this laugh this week. Wow. Jace, Chief, as always, bringing so much fire. Wow, I don't even know where we're going with that. Thank you all for tuning in. Devin B, Jalen Parks, ICT Vinny, Justin Huber, the movie guy, Michael Solis, David Thanos, Sir Rick Cage, Esquire, Legacy Lions BK. Let's see, Snow Glare, Snake Eyes,
Blake Tarpley,
of course,
King Collector,
Michael A. That's everybody, I think.
Kelly Cox,
right.
Snow Glare,
Stay Warm, Snow Glare,
Mark A. And again,
Henry G. The Rock, of course. My wife is over here looking at me like I'm crazy. She got me rolling. Right? Jeff needs to get an applause sound. I'm gonna have to clip this one, so you might hear one in there later. But anyway, Dr. D Lions Chief, greater than Dr. Doom, absolutely. Wow, thank you all so much for tuning in to this crazy episode. And we're back on tomorrow with another edition of Lyle's Figure Files live. But tell your friends, Chief might go off on somebody else next week. So tune in this time next week for another edition. And for now, this episode of Lyle's Movie Files has been filed.